presents the TUBCAST.
Holy cow! Oh, good gracious beans and gravy.
Great balls of fire.
Put your toast on these, Nichols. There's a lot to be seen over here on yonder calling.
Wait, what am I supposed to be putting on Nichols?
Toast!
Did you ever put butter and brown sugar on toast? Because
No.
that's amazing.
I put butter and white sugar with cinnamon. That's what I did when I was a kid.
What about beans
you
on
did
toast?
cinnamon. I just did brown sugar.
Brown sugar and cinnamon would be good. I gotta have cinnamon on my toast, says the Holy Ghost. Welcome to the podcast. My name is Eric, and this is the TUBCAST, not just the podcast. It's the TUBCAST.
It's called
Welcome to the TUBCAST, Minute of Tub's very own TUBCAST. As always, I'm joined by Kyle.
Hello.
And Jeremy.
Yes.
And Nathan.
Guten Tag.
And, twisting the knobs and the nips. We got Kuipers back there
Kuiper,
steering the
stop
ships.
twisting your nips.
I plead the
But
fifth.
don't quit steering the ship.
Nobody
them.
ever said they were his nips.
Did you see? Did you hear him? He just said he pleads the nip.
He plead the nip.
Fifth.
Hey, your microphone's on tonight. I'm glad.
Plead it?
I'm glad
Hey,
that's
that can
fixed.
happen.
Welcome, everybody. It's good to be here. I was watching last night because sometimes I do that. The first episode of the TUBCAST that we did in this iteration, so it was technically episode 1 of season 3.
Yeah.
And man, that intro, it was awkward. And I got to thinking about it, and I was watching myself, and I was like, man, I'm struggling because I was trying to run the show and everything. I had like all the things that Kuipers does now. And like I'm trying to talk, and I was uncomfortable because we hadn't really done it in a lot of years, and it was just really awkward to watch. So I started skipping ahead, and I was like, okay, so how do we do it? And then I'd watch it like an episode like 100, and I'm like, okay, well we were a little more comfortable, a little more relaxed, but I was still pretty distracted, and so I started skipping ahead trying to find where Kuipers jumped in, and there was like these random episodes where Trevor was gone and Kuipers was sitting in his spot, and I was still running the show. And then, or producing, and then I got to this one when he took over, and I was like, oh, this is going to be way better. And it wasn't. I was super awkward and uncomfortable because I wasn't
You didn't know
controlling
what
it.
to do. Yeah.
But now, looking back at hindsight and all that, since he's taken over, I don't know what I would do with myself. I feel like it would be chaos for me to try to do both things now because I've become so comfortable, also / lazy.
I mean, in hindsight, really, we probably made the mistake having you do the knobs and
Not host, but co-host the show.
yeah.
I don't know if we decided that.
What? That
I mean, you're right. It was Eric did decide that because
decided what?
Well, I think
Nothing, Eric.
I think some of it was because he was just sitting next to the knobs. So
Well, I mean, it was. I think here's the thing, and you guys can, you can ridicule me. That's fine. I deserve it. I'm sure, but I feel like I did also like take the initiative and the time to learn all the software.
You did know all the software.
Like learn OBS, how we're going to use it, how I wired everything together. So if something broke, typically I would be
You
able
did
to
all the
fix it.
graphics.
yeah, you knew how to switch
I'm just
over from different
saying,
GIFs.
That's probably why I was like felt so like it was my baby and I had to touch
Absolutely.
it. And I should have just relinquished control. I'm learning, okay?
We should
We
bring-
all learn in life. We learn to do better.
We
right?
should bring the GIFs back. Kuipers, you should just
no, we
like
should
find
not.
a random
Stop,
GIF
Stop! Don't listen to him, Kuipers.
at different points
This isn't
in
a
the
trash
show.
This is a good, positive show. Only way I would be willing to bring the GIFs back is if how the poster fell down. Sorry if I wasn't supposed to point that out. But
That's
that
okay,
was
you're-
like talking
not
about the GIF.
I know.
If I were to talk, I would say shift this way a little bit.
Yeah.
You too. Shift
Oh, yeah, I mean,
You
thanks.
you shift this
But
way a
anyways,
little bit.
No problem.
the poster is gone, and I was thinking, what would be
But
fun?
it's the end of an era, Eric.
What would be funny is to put up another one with just the chroma key green on it, and then Kuipers could put any type of image or GIF inside
Yes.
the poster frame at any point during the show.
Yes.
Which
Okay. I like
would actually be kind of fun
But we
because
should then turn it landscape mode.
No, I think it's
Then
fine.
so.
Just looks like the
Portrait.
post. We could do whatever. Whatever.
So he could put like the Mona Lisa up there, like for a while.
Yeah.
No, but he could then put the regular poster back up there.
Yeah, if you wanted,
if
that
you
could
wanted
be
to.
there. But then we could put anything else up there.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's
Or
an
no,
idea.
I would just add a Photoshop version of the poster with my face added to it.
Yeah.
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 Just,
And-
it would just be his
It
face.
And
Well, no.
Nathan gets out of the TV.
It would take out Trevor's face since he's not on the Tubcast anymore.
That's true. Yeah.
Take him out.
Get Trevor out.
Sorry, Nathan, you're still in the TV. Kuipers gets Trevor's spot.
That's okay.
All right. Well, how's everyone's week been going? I'm assuming we haven't. We had a Tubcast last week, didn't we?
We did have a Tubcast
Man,
last
that is
week,
a
I
blur,
believe.
but not the week before. What? Anything going on? Any life experiences? Anything that you'd all like to share? Any TV or movies that changed your
I'm
life?
trying to think. No.
I finally started the 3rd season of Daredevil. Not sure if that was a good move or not.
I gave up on it,
The
but
I saw you
3rd, or
tweeting
I
that.
thought you were still stuck on the 2nd.
no, I was on. I
you
got to
did get
I got
to
halfway
that.
through the third season, and I was like, I'm going to learn to respect my time more, and I shut it off. And I plan. I don't know unless
But I've been trying to find shows to watch right now.
that could be difficult.
Just
sometimes.
a lull, for me.
That Marvel stuff just got bad, and then I started asking myself, like, was the first season of Daredevil actually good, or was it just new and different, and it kept my attention for a little while? Like, I don't know. I still feel like the jury's out on.
I mean,
that.
the first 2 seasons of Daredevil were still the best, I think, of all of those series.
of the Marvel things. Yeah, it might have been. I don't know. Something about this, especially this last season, I just could not. Like, I just felt like I was just forcing myself every minute of those episodes to watch it. But I don't know.
I still haven't started it. It's really tough when you want to watch a show and your wife wants to watch the show too, and she's in school and has a ton of homework to do. So
Just don't tell her you already watched it and then watch it again with her.
yeah, but then that is the whole respect my time thing.
It's like a waste of time
and
because you
I
could
don't
be
want to
doing
watch it
other
twice.
Because you
things.
could be doing other things.
Yeah, I could be
Yeah.
watching another show. I could be playing Red Dead Redemption 2 the second time.
learning the cello.
And
learning a cello, yeah.
I could easily see Kyle in a situation where his wife is legitimately surprised at a twist that happens, and Kyle goes, "Oh, I didn't see that coming."
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, wow.
That was I didn't know that was the wow.
Yeah, and then you wouldn't have realized you just gave it away.
Kyle turns into Jerry Seinfeld when he's faking surprise. Ah! Well, anyways,
I could probably play it off by being like, yeah, that was in the comics. That I wasn't surprised by it because it was in the comics. So
We're watching Game of Thrones.
yeah. What was
I'm pretty sure there's a
Sounded
Game
like
of Thrones
Kyle's wife was
comic,
here. That was weird.
right?
I mean, there was a book, so he could have read the book.
There you
first.
go.
yeah, and I've heard that this 3rd season takes from a couple of different storylines as well. So
3rd season of the
of
Game of
Daredevil.
Thrones. Oh, I was gonna
No,
say,
Game of Thrones. That comes off of I don't know which of his
the
books.
showrunner's brains.
Yes.
They kind of pivoted.
Gosh,
from
when does that last season come out?
they just announced it? 2019 April.
April. Oh, good. It's close.
Kyle, it's none of your business when and where someone or something decides to come out.
Whoa!
Thank you for cheering.
Turtle.
Yeah.
Turtle Erdle.
Hi, Turtle.
Thank you for the 35 bits.
Yes.
Mucho appreciate.
I haven't heard that sound
I
in
know.
a long time.
That startled me. When you give over like 30 bits, I think you get the alert.
That's when the
do.
alert
Yeah.
comes.
Or
Awesome.
Maybe it's 35. I don't know. Somewhere in that range, though. So always give more than 35 or
Yes.
35 or more. Just kidding.
Just wait until you give 350.
Yeah, it still
Huh?
does the same thing, but we're happier.
Yeah.
No, thank you very much for joining us and bitting us.
Yeah.
Show us your bits. Anyways, it's yeah, it's I don't know. I apologize to people.
Whoa.
Whoa!
There it is.
Whoa.
You heard it.
Yeah.
You heard it.
You showed us your bits big time.
Big time.
That
Now
is
wait
awesome.
for 3,500.
Those are some big bits.
yeah. Oh my gosh.
Should I not try that?
Yeah.
Add
Yeah,
another zero.
Jeremy's just shilling now for money. We'll wait, see what we'll do next.
trillion.
This is like
We'll twirl
You
our
know
mustache.
how Patreon has those secret levels.
I will say
Maybe there's secret bit levels.
I will say our excitement level definitely went up. So
See,
maybe he's
it
curious to see.
It's working.
It gets to 3,500 and we're just like taking our shirts off and dancing for a while.
I mean,
Are we doing that?
No, did you
I mean-
pre-tape? Because we can't show you.
No,
we
the
can't show off the nips.
Got your tassels?
You gotta have those tassels on first.
here, I got it. I got.
I use Scotch tape, right?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, as long as it's got Sharpie covered on the Scotch tape.
No, my nipples are pretty soft. They're not that sharp.
Okay. Good one. Anyways, Daredevil season 3. I didn't get into it. Hopefully you like. I'm sure you'll like it. Actually,
I'm gonna
there's
finish
no
it.
doubt.
I don't know
I'll
if I'll
like
like it, but I'm gonna finish it.
I couldn't do it. I just was like, what else? What else? I could be doing a million other things right now. Like I could
What
be
other
watching.
shows are you watching?
What other shows am I watching?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's on your list of shows?
Let's see.
Because I feel like I don't. I'm wanting something to be on.
Yeah,
there.
I don't know that there's a few things right now. Like American Horror Story is just finishing up, so that's going to be off my list soon. I wanted to see Walking Dead through this whole Rick is leaving the show arc. It's been very public, so I have been keeping up with that, even though that's not been great. Although his last episode felt like one of the better ones in a long, long time, even though that's still not saying much. I watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I love that show a lot.
Still
That's
behind.
so good.
I'm still behind on everything current.
Let's see, what else have I been watching?
Have you caught the new season of The Good Place?
I've never watched that
Oh,
show.
you're not.
Yeah, I'm not
okay.
into that
Yeah,
one.
I suppose that's a little kitschy for you.
A little bit.
It's a network television show.
Yeah, that's
Eric
what
is
makes
not
it
about network
Okay,
television.
I have to confess something.
Uh oh, what is it? What is
I've
it?
got a guilty pleasure
Yes.
that is people who know me and know what I like will understand why this is my guilty pleasure. And even to my wife, I get frustrated because I let myself enjoy this network sitcom.
What is it?
I don't even know if I want to admit it.
Young Sheldon.
No. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. No. Ugh. I don't. Yes, Young Sheldon. You heard it here first. Okay. No, I am the biggest fan of Bobby Lee. He is one of my favorite comedians since Mad TV days. Like, he cracks me up, and he is like a co-star in this sitcom that just started its second season on I think it's NBC. It's called Splitting Up Together. It's got Pam in it from The Office.
Oh, then I'm
Jenna
probably,
Fisher.
I,
So you're watching it because of him.
I started watching it because he was in it, and
it's got to be good if he's in it.
and I was just like, okay, I love his style of comedy and everything, and I was like, I'm gonna watch it because I want to see how he handles himself in this very clean cut, mainstream,
Sure.
TV sitcom. And I ended up just like really liking the characters and really liking the premise, and it's about a married couple who decides to separate, but then they are like taking turns with their kids and stuff, and like one lives in the garage while one is in the house, and then they
Right.
swap it out, and then they, anyways, it kind of just it's very tuned to, I think, my era of life, like the music that they use, like they've used multiple Ben Folds songs, which I'm a huge fan of Ben Folds, so that
Really?
sold me on it. And
Okay.
then so there's just these layers of like they're just appeasing to my like whatever I'm like close millennial cutoff age, whatever that is.
Right.
So yeah, I've continued to watch that show and actually enjoy it quite a bit. It's on Hulu. So
I've stumbled upon a couple of different episodes of that show, and it just, like, what little bit I saw, I was like, I don't know that I could get into this show. Like, it just.
Well,
I don't know.
That's because you're squarely in the millennial age. That
Yeah.
must
Well,
be
no,
why.
it's not even.
It
I don't
doesn't
think it's
have
even.
superheroes in it. Too,
Yeah,
so
I
that's
have
another
to watch
thing.
shows with superheroes in them.
So I'm sure
No,
that
I don't-
it doesn't meet any
This
of
show
the-
has no tights and no flights. Dislike.
yeah.
Pretty much.
No, yeah, I understand. It doesn't fit your
I don't
check
even know if it's
boxes.
that, and maybe it's just because I'm jumping into an episode here or there that's like not something that I know what's going on, so it just kind of
That
feels.
tends to help in TV.
Yeah, it
or
tends to
stories,
help.
Like if you know
Yeah.
what's going on. No, I don't. I honestly, I'm sure you could tell me it's trash and I shouldn't be watching it, and I don't. That's probably true.
You wouldn't care though.
I mean, you'd still watch it secretly and not
I
tell
wouldn't.
us
Yeah,
about it. Yeah,
I would
yeah,
be like, oh, I'm totally gonna quit watching it, guys, because
Yeah.
you told
You're
me.
right. We'll never
it was
talk about
bad.
it again.
Kyle has a secret room hidden away in his house where he just goes and sits in front of a like this big TV, just watches the show. Oh, yes. Tell me what happens next, little box.
Wait, Kyle's doing this?
I lost track. Who are we talking about?
I was gonna say.
It was Eric that's not going to watch the show.
Tell me what happens next, little box.
I'm in the
It's
closet.
okay. We knew where you were going.
No.
I was going to say, wait, what am I watching? Am I do I
we
have
knew
like a
that about you too,
security
Eric.
feed that's
Yeah.
up to watch Eric to see if he's watching
Yes.
something
Yeah.
that he would not approve
I
of?
got confused. I'm sorry.
Hey, no, I like the way that went down.
So no, that's probably my most guilty of pleasures.
Actually, I do have a confession. Back when I didn't know you guys that well, there was a day where I think it was some of Eric's kids and some of Jeremy's kids were just kind of playing around, and Kyle goes and plays with them. And somebody said, "I wonder who's gonna win." I said, "I have bets on Jeremy." Because I got your names mixed up.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Because we're the dark-haired ones. I get
And
it.
Jeremy goes, "I'm not playing." And I go, "Exactly.
That's so
That's
funny.
why you're winning.
That's why you're winning."
How much of our friendship has been that way, Nathan? That's got me curious.
Just the
now.
one time.
Yeah. Now he totally can tell us
Yeah.
apart. Totally.
I've had even my I think
'Cause you wear backward
I think it was
hats.
my sister who told me that when she watches the show, that she was like, "You need to split up those two guys in the middle. I don't know which one's which." And I was like, "Really?"
Is that work
I think it's because it was before Jeremy got I think he had more Just for Men in.
Oh,
Yeah.
you
And
know
it
what?
was-
And I was probably
And you guys both
significantly
had
younger for a
matching
while.
links
Yeah.
there for a while, and
So what you're saying is I should gray mine up and cut it shorter so that
Yeah.
we can confuse your sister?
yes,
Okay.
please. Not.
I mean,
yeah,
Jeremy's going to lose his glasses soon, so
for
right?
medical reasons.
Yeah, for medical reasons. So
How
it's
do you
going to
guys
be
feel about that?
it's fine.
I'm
I
not
feel
really.
fine.
I'm not really okay with it yet.
Why you're that attached
My
to
eyes
your
look
glasses?
weird,
You
even with my
well-
bad eyesight.
That doesn't have anything to do with your eyesight. That's just your eyes.
You look very handsome, Jeremy.
You sure?
Yes, you're nice.
I'm not squinty.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure about your choice to double the orange up today, but other than that, you look very
Yeah, I
handsome.
know, right? Because they're two different shades.
Yeah.
Are you also colorblind?
No, he just
No.
likes orange a lot.
You just like a lot of orange.
Yeah.
Actually, this
Now there's only one.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, his T-shirt is orange.
yeah, yeah.
I think that the T-shirt itself is orange. The pullover looks like it's a little more
What's neon orange-ish kind of?
peach, salmon, a little more salmon.
Salmon.
Yeah, it's kind of like an in between orange and
Really?
and pink.
That's the one I read as orange.
It's closer. It's,
Really?
it's
It's
closer to
definitely an
orange,
orange.
but it could almost be even
Yeah.
coral.
coral. That's
It
Yeah.
could be a little
yeah,
bit
it's a coral.
There you go. It's closer to that.
Yeah. Speaking of coral, thanks to all of our Patreon. Oh wait, that's not it. Yet. We don't do that yet. All right. So anybody else been watching?
No, I wanted
Anything?
to watch that. There's a new movie that's on Netflix with Chris Pine in it. The
Chris
something
I thought that was a
something
TV
King?
show.
No, it's a movie.
Oh.
So I've wanted to watch it, just haven't had a chance to. And then there's a new Coen Brothers movie that's coming out on Friday that's going straight to Netflix, except
Really?
for select cities that are going to get it in theaters.
Surprised the Coen Brothers would be into that.
Yeah, and
I
it's
guess money talks.
It's a western too. So it's called The Ballad of Buster Scruggs. So it looks like it could be pretty good,
I do love me a Coen Brothers film.
especially when it's a western one. Western comedy Coen Brothers.
Oh, it's a comedy?
It looks like it.
Weird.
Let me see.
Yeah, comedy.
I mean, the way that a lot of the Coen Brothers are comedies.
Very, very dark comedies. I
yeah.
don't know that No Country for Old Men was a comedy, but
I don't think Kyle's saying their entire filmography.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
thinking like, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? It kind of
Big
looks like it
Lebowski.
has that type of
Burn
vibe.
After Reading.
Yeah,
Fargo had comic elements.
Sure.
Yeah. So it's supposed to be like 6 chapters that present a different story from the Wild Frontier.
But it's a movie.
Yeah, and it tells the story of a sharpshooting songster is what the Ballad of Buster Scruggs is, and then I guess they've got just other
So it's Oh
stories.
Brother, Where Art Thou too.
Yeah, it's got one of the guys. Tim Blake Nelson is Buster Scruggs. Looks like James Franco's in it. Liam Neeson. A whole bunch of
And that's out now.
people. It's out on Friday.
Oh, okay.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Unless you're listening to this on the audio podcast.
Yes.
Then
It's
in
which-
out now.
Yeah. So pop some popcorn and
And wait
snuggle
for this show
in.
to get over.
Yeah.
And then snuggle in.
Yeah. Yeah. Put it
Uh,
on your playlist.
Jeremy Nathan, anything that you've been up to? That's your new names. You're combined into one.
Yeah,
person.
Jeremy Nathan. You have to answer together.
The
Thing.
thing is,
What
I
did
yesterday
and
I
sat
on
a
horse.
and then
That's 2 words.
it's and
Then
I
petted
the
horse.
and
He
neighed
on
my
Bill.
Wait, you rode a horse,
he
you
na-
pet it, and then it pooped on your hat?
No, it,
No, no,
it
it
neighed
neighed.
on his bill.
Oh, it neighed
Yeah.
on his bill. I thought you said made.
Oh, no.
It. Oh no. It voted nay on,
okay.
on the bill
yeah,
I
it
was
said,
proposing.
it said no. Yeah, because he's
vote.
in
Your
Congress.
horse
I
was
forgot
voting.
you
Okay.
guys were really into horse politics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've been paying close attention though to the whole Florida recount.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
about you guys,
A lot
but
of hanging chads
It,
still.
You know-
it was a lot of
no, it's all electronic right now.
no, because that's how horses count.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're not doing that count yet.
Wait, they count by
By hoof.
get it.
flopping
They
their
stamp their
hooves.
hoof.
Yeah.
Do they count their hoof as 2 because it's cleft?
What?
No,
Or as 1?
they're counting steps.
Oh, okay. But they have 4 hooves, so do they count?
They count with one
1,
hoof.
2, 3,
They
4.
count with
1,
a
2,
single
3,
hoof. They
4.
Okay,
stand
all right,
still
all
with
right.
the
I
other
can't do
three.
this anymore. All right. Anyways,
I knew he would win.
you did win. I couldn't. I feel like I think
Thank you, Kyle. You
Victory.
win. Kyle wins.
we were.
Oh, Jeremy, not victory. The shroud of the dark side has fallen.
I did want to mention that I think it was a while ago before Extra Life. I saw the movie A Star Is Born, and I've been obsessed with it ever since I saw it. And I mean, I love
A
I love movies about like
something in the-
you guys are making me lose my train of thought.
I was
It's so
actually
freaking
I was
annoying.
actually humming the song from the movie.
No, you were just making horn
No.
noises. And
I
Jeremy
was.
was.
I heard-
playing- Anyways,
I heard it on.
all right.
Nathan didn't want to get left out.
You guys want to do some more horse routines, whatever that was? This Prairie Home Companion now?
Don't worry, Eric. You still win.
No, it's fine. Let's do. Anyways, I was just gonna say I really like this movie. It's kind of about. I mean, any movie about like music and that sort of thing, I get pretty nerded out about. But this Detective Pikachu movie or trailer came out the other day, and so I think that before the movie, and it was like maybe when the trailer for A Star was born or somewhere around that time, someone made an unrelated meme with Jigglypuff, and then so Kuipers has the video. You might need to start over with the sound, but like you gotta go get that sound. It'll give too much away. But anyways, here's the meme, and I mean, if you don't know anything about this movie, this might not make sense. But go ahead and play it, Kuipers.
Please sing for us, Jigglypuff. Yickle!
This is what I was humming a moment ago. That's perfect.
Anyways, so that's Jigglypuff's singing Lady Gaga's main track.
The look
from
on Jeremy's face is about what I expected.
Yeah, but that's fine. But anyways, this is the song from the movie or anything. So once the Detective Pikachu trailer came out, now we're at a point where somehow Jigglypuff has been designated as Lady Gaga, and so there are all these memes of Bradley Cooper interacting with Jigglypuff. And so it's just, I don't know why I find it hilarious, probably just because of the absurdity of it. But there are just like, yeah, click on this first picture. Like
It doesn't really work that well. I have to
doesn't.
zoom in.
All right, cool. Anyways, it's got like, it's just Bradley just staring
down
at Jigglypuff performing. And it's just
perfect.
I don't know why it amuses me so much. There's one other one I think I sent you, Kuipers, and that's the only one other one we need to show, but it's the one where he's looking out of a truck, because this is a scene pulled straight from the movie, and I really enjoy this one a lot. I think you can you click on these ones or not? Maybe
It kind of covers up some of the text with the.
if you move off the thing,
Yeah.
Okay, so it's
Hey.
Cooper saying hey, and then it's Gaga or Jigglypuff looking, and then I just want to take another look at you, and then she smiles. So it's pulled from the film. I don't know. I'm obsessed with these memes, and I keep finding them, and they keep showing up in my Twitter feed.
Thinking about that movie and just a little bit of what I've seen in the trailers. You think that Bradley Cooper could play Arthur Morgan in a movie?
Definitely, yeah.
All right.
The way he mimics Sam Neill's voice is crazy, because Sam Neill plays his brother in the movie, his older brother, or Sam Elliott. Am I saying Sam Neill? I mean Sam Elliott.
Plays his older brother?
I'm with Eric.
Sam Elliott, the guy, you know who he is, Jeremy. He's the old dude with the mustache in all the cowboy movies.
Coors.
The gray mustache.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I
right?
totally do.
He's the
No, I do.
Marlboro.
Okay.
I can't tell if that was sarcasm.
I don't
No,
know
no,
about
I do.
you, but I take comfort.
So anyway,
He's one of the few.
Yeah, Sam Elliott plays Bradley Cooper's older brother in this movie. And so like Bradley, like he like learned to talk like him so he would sound like his brother. And like so that's why through the whole movie he kind of talks like Sam Elliott. I can't even do it, but
He
it's
kind of
just
sings like him.
too,
doesn't he?
Yeah, and so there's part of that plot where it's discussed, but and it's like his older brother's kind of in the shadow of him because he's his manager, and he's like kind of is always helping him, and like in a lot of different ways, because Bradley Cooper's character is losing his hearing. And anyways,
Spoiler.
That's
It
all
was
like kind of
the
a
show,
that's not
kind of.
really a spoiler. But anyways, go see this movie if you have not seen this movie. It's so good. I cannot express how good this movie is. I don't. Maybe it's not people's thing. It's not a superhero movie.
No, it looks really good. I want to
is
see it.
So
No
good.
tights, no flights. Wrong.
Is that Kyle's platform now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to see this.
I'm sorry. I talked
Looks
about
like a dumpster fire. No, wait. I'm sorry. That's not my line. It looks gross.
icky.
Is that good?
Anyways,
Sure.
Did I nail
What's
it, Nathan?
happening? That's your line.
That's my line. What is happening?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what's not happening. Tights and flights.
Can we talk about this this Pikachu movie?
Okay, how's everybody feel about Jigglypuff being furry? I always imagined.
What do you mean? Because you think
And
Jigglypuff
We should
was
show.
smooth?
I don't think Jeremy has seen the trailer yet.
Oh, of course not.
Okay,
so let's.
yeah.
Do we have the full trailer?
If you can, Kuipers,
I can.
when you get a second,
Yeah.
let's show that. But I think
I always thought Jigglypuff was just a smooth pink ball.
kind of like a pink,
Yeah.
maybe slimy or like
pink
Kirby.
cat ball.
I guess we've.
I always read the puff in front as hair, so it doesn't surprise me that they would have hair. But I was always told that they were a balloon-like, so I imagine the rest of them as smooth.
That's
mean,
like a puffer fish.
Like a balloon with a toupee on.
I feel like the fact
Yeah.
that it was a cartoon and kind of pixely kind of changed the way that a lot of.
Well, not even that it was pixely. It's just the way that it was animated was so smooth. Okay, go ahead and turn up the volume. Let's just watch it.
A celebration of the harmony between humans and Pokemon.
Tim, your dad was a legend in this precinct. If you were anything like your dad,
I'm not.
I remember. You wanted to be a Pokemon trainer when you were young.
Yeah, that didn't really work out. Someone there? Whoever you are, I know how to use this.
Oh, jeez. Here we go. I know you can't understand me, but put down the stapler or I will electrocute you.
Okay, that's funny.
Just talk? Whoa. Did you just understand me?
Oh my God, you can understand me. Stop. I've been so lonely.
They try to talk to me all the time. All they hear is Pika Pika.
You can hear him, right?
Pika Pika!
Yeah, Pika Pika Pika. He's adorable.
You're adorable. They can't understand me, kid.
Can no one else hear him? I don't need a Pokemon, period.
Then what about a world-class detective? Because if you want to find your pops, I'm your best bet.
We're gonna do this. You and me.
There's magic that brought us together, and that magic is called hope. Listen up. We got ways to make you talk. Or mime.
Yeah.
So tell us what we want to know. Pipe. Yes. Okay. I can. Shoving. Pushing. My problem is that I push people away and then hate them for leaving.
He's saying you can shove it.
What? I can shove it? Okay, that's it. No, we're switching roles. I'm bad cop. You're good cop.
No, we're not cops.
In my head, I saw that differently.
Now, we talked about Detective Pikachu a while back when they announced like the whole thing was going to happen with Ryan Reynolds, and like we were just like I think most of us were kind of like just floored and like confused. Like, what is this going to be? I think this has stormed the internet in such a way that like I did not expect it to look this good. I mean, I didn't think I would want to see this movie when you pitched it. When you know someone would pitch it as Ryan Reynolds' Detective Pikachu. Like,
but I mean, it's
Kuipers, this picture is exactly what I imagined.
It's Deadpool. It's Deadpool as Pikachu.
Of course it is.
It's which is kind of funny. I didn't think as soon as his voice cut the first time I saw it, I was like, I can't hear anything but Deadpool. And then I was like, it works though. I don't know why. It works.
It's Pikachu, and it's
Pikachu in his detective hat.
Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of, it looks ridiculous, but I kind of want to see it.
It looks ridiculous in all the right ways, I think.
Go ahead. Sorry.
It looks like a surprisingly well-made movie given the premise.
Yeah.
It's just also not something I'm terribly interested in.
Sure. Is that because you don't like Pokemon, or because you don't like Detective Pikachu?
I'm not even sure what Detective Pikachu is. Has that been a show, or is that a game?
It was a game on the 3DS, like one of the last ones they made for it, basically.
Okay.
But it's weird that this like all of a sudden had a movie behind it though too, like that from that game. I don't know. Maybe there's a comic or something. I don't know. But the other, I don't know. I think what's funny to me is that Pixar released their Toy Story 2 trailer the same day.
4.
Or 4, sorry. Why did I say 2? And nobody freaking cared. Like the internet was just ablaze.
Well, that makes complete
with
sense,
Detective
though.
Pikachu. Like I know, but I feel like
But really, do you
just
care now about Toy Story 4?
I mean, I'll probably watch it eventually.
Well, yeah, but do you care about it?
Well, no, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like that was something that they thought people would care.
Right.
Like, this is a big deal. It's Toy Story 4. We got, your Grunt Man. And
I mean, granted, it was
Gump back.
kind of a very boring teaser that they put together.
I just thought it was kind of just humoring that. This just completely nobody was even talking about Toy Story.
Right.
Like it was just Pikachu.
Because I actually had saw that that there was the teaser for Toy Story released first, and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then I saw the Pokemon one, and I was like, what? This is so much better. And like actually, I don't know. It looks like it could be a real fun movie.
Also, I've seen nothing but apathy or antipathy for Toy Story 4 since the idea was proposed.
Yeah,
that's true too.
True. Yeah, you do wonder like where it goes from that third one. Like, do they just finally just burn all the toys in a?
Well, and they worked well as a trilogy. Why add
new kid,
to
new
it?
house?
Yeah,
I still haven't seen the third one.
Yeah. The third one's good. I guess.
But did you see Buzz Lightyear of Star Command: The Adventure Begins, Kyle?
No. I didn't.
Well, you are seriously lacking in your Toy Story lore.
I am. I just really hope that this is at least an average. That Detective Pikachu is at least an average movie. Because I mean,
I'm just to say my trailer radar is kind of peaking on this one.
His tradar.
My tradar is
meaning what?
That it's going to be good.
It's going to be good.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
don't know. There was scenes in there where I was just like, "This looks terrible," and then others when I go, "I'm intrigued."
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it looks like so many movies that you see a trailer and you're like, "That looks like that could be really fun," but you just have that feeling that it's not going to be. But at the same time, I think with Ryan Reynolds behind it and the success that he had with the Deadpool
What's the
movies.
kid's name? Is
that Will Smith's son? Is that one of his other sons?
No, he only has the two kids.
Okay, I was
feel like
wait.
he's been in something else.
Willow and Jaden.
Yeah,
he was in Jurassic Park or Jurassic World.
Yeah, he was in
the new Jurassic World.
Okay, that's what it was.
Okay.
Yep.
But I think he's been in something else
as an actor.
Yeah.
For
I don't know. I think that maybe it's just because my expectations for this were rock bottom. That when I saw the trailer and how well it was put together,
Right.
I was just like, okay, this looks like they have something here. Also, I looked into it a little more, and it's like the writer from Guardians of the Galaxy is on here, which I mean that
Really?
that
Okay.
really definitely helped. I think. What, Kuipers?
I was gonna say part of the appeal for me, to be completely honest, is just to see like how the Pokemon will look in real life.
I know, right?
That is the thing that I'm most interested in.
Yeah. I mean, and hey, if you can do that with a movie plot, why not?
I mean, Pikachu does look cuddly.
I know.
Right?
Jeremy
But
wants to
he
cuddle.
will electrocute you, Jeremy.
But only with his tail.
I was a little surprised with how many of the Pokemon seem like they're furry. Like that, I didn't really think of that in my mind as like a real world.
I think it makes sense.
It does. It's
Because
just
they
it
can
didn't-
sell more plush toys that way.
I suppose that's true.
Although they do sell plush toys of non-fluffy ones.
Kuipers has a good point.
Mutiny
Like-
Teddy is like what? Sorry, go ahead. What? Sorry.
Like Electrode is literally a metal ball, and they sell plushies of it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Teddy has a point. Eric.
No, his name was Smith. That's why I was curious. I didn't know. I didn't think he had another.
Let's tell the
son.
audio listeners what Mutiny
I
Teddy
was trying
said.
to, and then I overspoke
I know, and
someone
then I
else. And then,
spoke,
no, Teddy said just because he is a darker in skin tone and he's a kid doesn't make him Will Smith's son.
He does also have the last name Smith. Not
Yeah.
that that's conclusive. I would know.
Yeah.
But
What?
Nathan, you're Will Smith's kid.
Nathan's Will Smith's son.
Shockingly.
Wait, no, you're his cousin.
The sentence states two things required. I'm just saying.
That's fine.
Okay.
There's
Great.
that I don't know. We'll see how the Pikachu, the Detective Pikachu goes. I'm intrigued though. I'm very much intrigued.
You know what else happened the same day that those trailers dropped?
What?
Stan Lee passed.
That's true. Good segue.
Thank you. It doesn't work as well when we call it out, though.
It does when
Eric's been doing that lately.
I've been doing it for a
Calling them
long
out.
time.
Yeah.
It's just my thing. That's true.
It's just because he's
RIP.
impressed with the
It's when anyone
smoothness.
other than him segues. He calls it
no,
out.
it's appropriate. R.I.P. Stanley. I'll even call my own out when I feel very proud of them.
That's true. You will. That is a true statement.
That is very true.
Yeah, he died. He did a bunch of comic books, and he influenced a lot of people.
Well, I
over the
mean, he
years.
edited a bunch of comic
Yeah,
books.
he edited a bunch of comic books.
Promoted.
He wrote a lot.
He cameoed in a lot of comic book movies.
He cameoed in a lot of comics too.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's sad to see him go. I mean, it's on one hand, sometimes it's. I mean, I'm not saying it's not sad, but it's just he's 95.
I don't think it was a surprise to anyone.
He lived a good life.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he was OD'd on something or something. It's.
I mean, the fact that he continued to find ways to work at the age he was. One, I don't expect to live to 95. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Okay.
Two, I don't know if I'd still want to be working.
What do you want to be doing then?
Dying, I guess. I don't know.
You either get busy living or you get busy
I don't
dying.
know, golfing or something. You know,
Yeah, but
in my space wheelchair. Because
think about it though. Think about what Stan Lee did for a living.
I'll be playing video games at that age.
He was working well into his to the end of his life, but his work after a certain point was a lot more fun than anyone else's work because it was after everything had been established.
I think there's a quote I saw going around about him talking about why he continues to work, and it was basically something to the point of, well, what else would I do? This is what I love.
Right.
Which I guess what I'm saying is that's what I see, when you say he lived a good life or, long life or whatever else. Is like you could tell he was a genuinely happy man. Or at least it seemed like it.
Yeah.
So, but he had some tragedy in his life too.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just looking at some of his bibliography. There's a little bit of a dark path here. He strayed away from Marvel and wrote a few comics for DC.
Yes.
He did. Kind of rewrote characters too.
Yeah, it was a line called "Just Imagine Stan Lee creating," and then it was whatever character it was that month.
Yep.
And he would take the basic premise, usually just the name, and create an entire different character based off of the name. So, like, the Flash was, I think he had hummingbird DNA, and that's what allowed him to go fast.
Okay. See, I would have taken it as, like, he could take pictures of things.
I think that's just a photographer.
No, he had a memory that could take pictures of things.
Yeah,
I think that's just Sheldon Cooper.
Oh.
Jeremy, I think this is why you don't have a career writing comic books.
Can we do this every week? We'll come up with, you guys come up with a comic book character's name, and I'll come up with what it should be. Let's try it. No.
All right.
No. I'm no Stan Lee, obviously.
Obviously.
I think you're better.
Wow.
I would watch that camera.
Is it because I'm libertarian and he was socialist?
Oh, was he?
Is that why? Yeah.
How is I'm
How do you
I'm
not
shook.
see that in his comic books though?
No, I mean I'm shook that you're as big a fan of a guy that's not libertarian.
Jeremy's only fans of libertarians.
Wow, Kyle.
I mean, he's
that was,
socialist.
That was a very shallow view of me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, was everybody done there?
I think we just finished.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Yeah. Where's my cigarette?
No. No. Yeah.
Thank you for that, Jeremy.
Good. Left us with a lot of cool stuff. A lot of fun.
I hope they have all kinds of footage of him cameoing for future movies.
It sounds like they've filmed several generic things that wouldn't have to have anyone on camera, that they can fit into different movies here and there.
Like him walking down New York Street.
Walking
down the street in New York.
You're making this sound like the production of Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Maybe there is an outer space scene with him.
Not what I... Okay.
There have been several at that.
Have there?
Yeah, there was he was with the Watchers.
That's true.
In both Guardians of the Galaxy movies, he was in space.
Well, I mean, the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, he was on another planet. He wasn't necessarily in space.
Okay.
Technically, Earth is in space.
Okay.
Yeah, technically, every movie
We're in
he's
space?
in space.
What?
Okay, you are correct, Kyle. He was in space from the perspective of an earthbound being, which I am.
Oh, okay.
But isn't space like the absence of other things? So, in some respect, nothing's in space, but space is outside of everything else.
That's what I have to say to that.
Okay. Go ahead, Eric. What else do you want to talk about?
I don't know that I like that response, but I accept it.
I just didn't have a lot to say about Stan Lee, so I was gonna let you guys go with it. I was giving you room, giving you room to breathe. If you want, I thought
he hasn't been breathing for a few days. Maybe we're just
Jeremy.
What?
Jeremy. Timing.
So I watched that Adam Sandler thing.
Yeah.
How How much hot garbage was that?
It was brilliant. I can't believe I'm saying that, but holy cow, when that thing
That's on Netflix?
yeah, it's like a stand-up.
That's something I could watch.
Yeah. So here's the deal: is like one thing I've been belaboring about Adam Sandler for a while, and Nathan can attest to this, is just that I felt like a lot of his movies kind of lost that heart that or the earlier ones did, and like this stand-up is just raw Adam Sandler on stage, just doing his obscure, weird jokes, singing random songs that he came up with. That each one of them is like a comedic M. Night Shyamalan song. Like it's just like this random song that just takes a left turn at the end of it, and it's just like so goofy, irreverent. And
do you think they're all actually scripted though, or do you think he's really like just?
I think they are because at the end of it, there's credits that show who wrote the songs. Like most of them are written by him or co-written by him, or some were written by some of his other buddies.
Doesn't that kind of cheapen it a little bit? I don't know. For me, I feel like it does.
What? That
like
it's not improv?
Yeah.
Well, no, because he's not an improv guy. Like, I mean, he is a little bit, but I mean, he's still like he's a writer. Like, he's a comedian. Like, comedians write stuff. That's what they do. Like, I don't know why that would cheapen anything. Like,
yeah, why would it cheapen
plus,
it?
he's doing a special. Like, it's the way they edited it. It's like in so many venues. Like usually when they do these specials, it's like we pick a big city, then we say this is the one we're recording, and maybe we do a few he does a few shows. Well, or they'll do multiple ones, and they might cut from different ones.
Yeah, they're cutting from shows around the country.
Yeah, just constant cutting, like back, like in the same joke. Sometimes they cut to another take of it, and it's like it's super well edited. He has special thanks to Paul Thomas Anderson in this, which. He was the one that directed him in Punch Drunk Love, which is like one of my favorite movies, and I think that I don't know what influence he had on this, but maybe I almost want to say maybe it was something to do with the editing because the editing is so stellar in it for a stand-up special.
Quick question: what was it that clued you in that it was cutting from one venue to another?
His clothes.
Everything you can. The stage is different.
The audience?
The stage, the auditoriums.
Okay.
The audio even, because sometimes he's on like a cheap club mic, and then other times he's on like a big auditorium sound system.
Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah, so you can definitely.
So you get a real live feel of it because of that, then.
Yeah.
I mean, in real life, we don't just suddenly snap to a different location.
No, I mean you feel the rawness of it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If you've given up on Sandler, and which many of you have justifiably so. Like give this a looky-loo because it is so irreverent, it is so funny, it is like he does this tribute to Chris Farley at one point that is so heartfelt and so good, and like it's just I don't know, it's just kind of what you used to expect from his comedy, like that kind of, like I said, just silliness, but I don't know. It just felt more honest in a lot of ways. He talks a lot about him and his wife in very personal ways that I cannot say on this show. But yeah, I have not been able to recommend something that Adam Sandler has been a part of for a long time, and I feel like I could fully give my stamp of approval, whatever that means.
Proving it,
I'm giving it. What's funny is. I don't even want to give it away. Anyways, just watch it if you want to watch it.
Is he missing his front tooth, or is that just bad lighting?
That's bad lighting.
Okay, because this is really bothering me for some reason.
But the name
watching this, look at this.
That's
image.
just a gap.
If you're familiar with how many bad Rotten Tomatoes reviews he's had over the years, the irony of him naming this stand-up special 100% fresh is just too good. It's just too good.
What is the certification on this one?
92%.
So certified.
It
I mean, it's not quite 100%.
It's not 100%, but it is certified fresh, which is like his first certified fresh since I don't know what. Although he
Little Nicky.
No, that movie was probably not certified fresh, but still.
Grown Ups.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
A Ridiculous Six.
Let's see. 8 Crazy Nights was.
I
12.
enjoyed that. I'm just saying.
I think his most recent, like he was in that Royal or not was it? What was the Ben Stiller movie that was on Netflix?
Tenenbaums?
No, it was in a Netflix only one.
Oh,
I think that might have been certified fresh, but he just had a very kind of small. Well, it wasn't a real small role, but that was something that was pretty good that he was in, but it was much more of a supporting role.
Right.
he had a nice mustache. Anyways, just please watch it. Please see if it's good. Please tell me I'm wrong, just so I cannot live in this reality anymore.
The Meyerowitz stories.
That's what it was. That got 93.
93. That's the highest rated movie for him. Top 5 was 86, and Punch Drunk Love
which
was
he's barely
80.
in top 5. Like I think he's got a cameo in it, so I wouldn't consider that.
I mean, Hotel Transylvania was only a 58.
I think you can sort by rating.
Oh, okay.
If you click rating,
that does it. Yep. So underneath Punch Drunk Love, I Am Chris Farley,
which is like a documentary.
Yep. Funny People at 68. The Wedding Singer 68. Stupidity.
That's a
67. Is that another something? Reign Over Me is 64, and Happy Gilmore 61. Everything else is trash.
Yeah, it's all
splats. Green splats.
Yeah. So anyway,
the Ridiculous 6 actually has a 0.
Oh my gosh, that's so bad.
Should have at least gotten a 6.
I feel like it was going for a 0.
Yeah,
I mean, he's got a 0 for Bucky Larson, Born to Be a Star, which he was a screenwriter and producer on.
It's just probably deserving. Anyways,
gross.
It's just there's a lot of fun in this little stand-up thing, but
check it out.
Anything else that we missed? Oh, we were gonna talk a little bit about what was someone just wooing? Was that guy?
No, I certainly wasn't.
Oh, what were you gonna say?
I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
I just had to yawn, and I was trying to cover it creatively.
Oh, okay. Nathan's so bored.
No, it's because I didn't sleep well last night. That's
sorry.
all.
Oh, do you want to talk about it?
There's nothing to talk about.
Did you have nightmares?
No, I just laid in bed and was like, well, it's 3 a.m. now. Well,
Been there.
It's
not in your bed.
It's nearly 4 now.
And you're not in your bed.
Been there, not in your bed. Guys, I just played slots in the chat and I won 2,000 $2.
Rigged.
Yay for me.
Rigged.
There's been a real. I mean, it's just a tragic mess in California of the forest fire, the most
in November.
The worst forest fire in their history.
Yep.
I think over 56 people have died now, or around 56 people.
Something like that. And they're still looking for people.
Numerous places have been just completely
Not
destroyed.
even just
too.
numerous. It's like 80% of the town is gone. It's insane. Like
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's quite experienced this. I mean, I'm sure there was times when like a fire would just take out a little town or something back in the olden days.
The city of Pompeii.
I'm sure. But watching the video of people driving through the streets of this afterwards, it looks like a post-apocalyptic film set, like after a nuke went off or something.
Well, that's how some of these people may recoup Hollywood coming in to film in these places. No, probably
I
not.
don't know. I mean, it would be
that would be a good way to be able to do that.
I guess. But in the news, coming from the Atlantic, got some kind of an interesting, I don't know what you want to call this twist. Kim Kardashian's private firefighters expose America's fault lines, says the Atlantic.
Is that a earthquake?
They are in California. So.
Earthquake?
Yeah.
I guess.
Fault lines
maybe.
Yeah,
I mean it's weird because like the Kardashians obviously have a lot of money, and they are spending it, Kim specifically, on saving the home that she and Kanye West have, in trying to defend a $50 million mansion. I mean, it makes sense that you would want to protect that, obviously, but it's just crazy.
Where is
to
it
me.
at? Where is it at? Are they near Paradise? Or are they in the South where the fire is also?
I think they're where
That's
the
not
fires.
a Hell reference, by the way.
I'm not sure where exactly.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's like they've got firefighters that they are paying specifically to protect their house.
That's crazy.
Which is just nuts. Because I mean, there's a lot of celebrities that have lost their homes and whatnot too. I saw it was today or yesterday. Liam Hemsworth and Miley Cyrus's home was destroyed with the fires. So I mean, it's like there's celebrities that are losing their stuff too in this, and it's just insane that you've got the ability to save one house in an area like this because they have the money to be able to pay firefighters specifically for it.
What do you think? I mean, what are they getting at with that headline, though? I feel like expose America's fault. The subtitle of this is rich people don't get their own better firefighters, or at least they aren't supposed to.
Yeah, I mean, I think some of it is the idea of if you have the money, can you spend to have better things just for everything? Like, I mean, even down to your police and fire departments.
Well, yeah, why not?
It's a privately run fire department thing. It's not like they're
Right.
hiring the public firefighters to.
Right. Yeah, and it is a privately paid,
funded.
Funded. There we go. It's mercenary firefighters that are coming in.
I think part of the problem that they're trying to draw with it, though, too, is the fact that it's Kim Kardashian, who is famous for being famous.
That is true, too.
She doesn't really like the claim to fame is kind of like always something that like you always just kind of question, like, wait, how did she get famous? It's not like a celebrity. It's not like Liam Hemsworth. That was what you said, right?
Yeah.
Or Chris
Her daddy was famous, so
yeah,
that's why she's famous. But no, I understand what you mean. But I mean, nonetheless, she's famous, and I mean,
She has money.
She's made a lot of money from that fame.
And
I guess I wonder. I mean, it is an argument. It comes down to who decides how rich people spend their money, right? Like, I mean, that's what this is trying to argue: is should they be allowed to spend it on fighting fire? I mean, I'm trying to understand, like, maybe kind of like drill down into what this article is getting at. Like, are they trying to say you should be using your money to save other people's homes besides yours or alongside your own? Or are they just saying that this is ridiculous? They should just let their house burn.
Yeah, I don't know what they're trying to say exactly with it. I think
I'd let my house burn if it was me.
Really? Just get the insurance and
well,
build
yeah,
again?
you get the insurance. Well, here's how I'm thinking about it. Their property value is tanking.
Mm-hmm.
You might as well get the insurance value out of it while everyone else is too.
It's a very
because
pragmatic
otherwise,
stance.
because otherwise their property value right now is even if with the house standing makes it worse than with the house burnt, because with the house burnt, it's at the property value it was at pre-fire.
Yeah.
But post-fire, if it's still standing, its property value is much less because everywhere else around it has to rebuild for its value to be sustained.
Right.
But I don't think that with how much is this house worth?
50 million.
50 million. Like, I don't think that at that point. I don't know that a person puts 50 million into a home and then goes, "Oh, I'm really concerned about the property values." Like, I don't. I think they're looking at it.
Why do you want to live there if everything else is burnt too? I guess.
I mean, maybe you don't care.
I mean, it can't be their only home.
Well, no, but it's their. I think it's their primary estate, isn't it? Like where
I think so.
Yeah,
they're
maybe
raising
it's
their
like
kids
maybe
and,
it's like their hey, this is.
I'm just saying, if you spend 50 million on a house, it's got a lot of accoutrements that are not in a normal house,
right?
And it's like that; those things don't hold their value. So it's like if you let that burn, I don't know how
That's
insurance
probably
works
true.
with stuff. Like, I don't know, but I'm just thinking, like, for one, it's like, hey, this is. I mean, however you think they've worked or not worked for this money they have, this is what they have to show for it. And to let that just burn, and then they have to start all over again.
Especially if they have the ability to keep it from burning.
Yeah, it's like at some point they're probably going, it's probably cheaper for us to pay these firefighters, even if they spent $1 million
It's
on
much less work
firefighters.
long term, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I do see that point.
And I don't think it matters to them what their surroundings are like. I mean, they probably assume, stuff will grow back, but I don't know. I don't know what that's like to have a $50 million house.
I mean,
it can easily make people very mad and angry because they do not have $50 million.
Yeah.
$50
or
million
the amount of
houses.
money, or that there's people around them, even people that are wealthy that don't have the amount of money to be able to pay private firefighters to come in and protect their house and save it too. Like there's that aspect of it, that there's that much money that they have that they're able to spend the money to be able to protect it. Which, I mean, you're right. It is their money. Like if they want to spend it, they're going to spend it one way or another. So,
what do you think those firefighters' day-to-day lives are like? Like, not necessarily just at work, although that's an interesting question too. What do they talk about when they go out socially? Like, oh, what do you do? I am Kim Kardashian's private firefighter.
I mean, that would be kind of a conversation starter, right?
Do they get business cards for that?
Probably.
Well, they go to the local fireman's pub.
And they get mocked by the other firemen.
Then they have to sit at the corner of the bar because they get mocked by all the public servants.
Yep.
But at the same token, they have nicer cars. And they dress nicer.
Let's be honest; they're probably not stooping down to the level of the firefighters' pub.
Or if they do, they buy a round of drinks for every firefighter there, so
Just
they
to try to feel okay about it.
So they can try to schmooze in and become their friend.
Hey guys,
really, I'm one of you.
We're all out there fighting fires. Let me buy a round for everyone because I know that I'm making more money fighting it than you.
I would, yeah. I mean, I get the pay equality issue, but I still think at the end of the day, fighting a fire is fighting a fire.
Oh yeah.
I don't know that they're any less of a fireman. They just might you know what I mean.
They just got the better gig.
They probably fight fewer fires though.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, they probably have. It's probably a company or something that other rich people pay
absolutely.
too.
It's like when the souffle goes bad, that they got to go in and save the house.
It's not like these people are sleeping in a closet in the Kanye home.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like that's what they get called in for. Oh no, we burnt the souffle.
Like Kim wakes up. In the morning.
I highly doubt
Kim wakes up in the morning
and makes souffle.
She wakes up.
They have a chef.
Kim wakes up in the morning, looks out of the backyard, sees it on fire. She just rings a little bell, and 16 firefighters
They just come running with their ladders.
coming out of a coat.
They have the little towels on their arm. Yes, ma'am.
They come out of the coat closet like a clown car, and they're just like
three of them holding a tall ladder.
Yeah.
I thought you put out this fire last night. Oh, you meant that one. We got the one in the front yard.
We'll go hose it down. We'll be back in a jiffy.
You look out the window and you see three different fire crews putting out fires at random spots in the estate.
I mean, yeah, if they're I could kind of see it if it's they're on call and they're just hanging out watching it come towards them and they're waiting,
Yeah.
And there's all these other things burning and they could have been using their time and effort to go put out more fires instead of just sitting there guarding this house without doing anything. I could see why people would be a little upset about that. But still, at the end,
they're all risking their lives.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's still firefighting. It's still
working
just
36 hours straight.
It's still just
they're all walking into that bar with soot on their face.
But I mean, if you were to say, I mean, obviously we live in a capitalist society, so if you're against that and you're like, hey, this is wrong, what's the socialist alternative to it? Is just I mean,
forced labor.
We all
That's
live
the
in this,
alternative.
they would live in just the normal house, and then everybody's houses would burn, and it's the end of the day, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
Sure. Cool. Okay. Well, that sounds better. Then we should do that. Anyways.
What?
I mean, you know me, Jeremy. Big socialist.
Do they have a Tesla fire truck that they drive?
I don't know.
Do you think?
Someone probably forgot to charge the battery and
it's
solar panels are picking up the heat from the fire.
All the water starts slowing
that
coming out of the hose because they forgot to charge it.
Oh, man. If you want to talk about firefighting, go ahead and send us an email to the TUBCAST at manitub.com, or you can leave us a voicemail at our phone line. That's 475-TUB-CALL, where we can, you know what they call me, Kyle?
What do they call you?
They call me the fireman. That's my name.
Because you're always putting out dumpster fires?
Mm-hmm. No, he just identifies them.
Going around
that's a dumpster fire.
Putting out old flames. Well, everybody like to have what I got. I can put them out when there's flames red hot. I'm the fireman. Yeah, that's my name.
I don't believe you.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching, but before we leave, we need to thank all those lovely Patreon peeps. These are all the kind individuals who donate each month at the co-producer level or higher. That means they give us at least $10 every month, if not more dollars. You too could be a Patreon hero. Go to patreon.com/minintub. Nothing. Actually, it's just patreon.com/minintub. I don't know why I was going to say .com again, but you can go to minintub.com again if you want. Go there.
Yeah,
That's
go
our
there.
website. But go to Patreon, subscribe at whatever level you can. If you can give us $1, that'll tickle our fancies.
Do we have a donate button on our website?
We have a Patreon button.
Patreon button. Yeah, you can donate that way.
We have a donate button right below.
Yeah,
our
there is a
video
donate
right
button
here.
below on the video.
And
if
a
you're on
Patreon
Twitch,
button.
You're on Twitch.
you can see it there. But yes, thank you everybody for joining us this fine evening. If you're affected by these fires, our condolences. Stay safe. Stay damp, I guess. I don't know.
I was gonna say stay hydrated.
Next week,
Thanksgiving.
Don't plan on us being around. There might, who knows,
be thankful, get fat, be American.
Some supplementary thing might happen over that time, but we'll see. Who knows? It might just be nothing. We might just be enjoying some time off. Well-deserved time off, I might add.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Don't be scared.
We'll be falling asleep after eating the turkeys and
Not Nathan.
Nah.
not Nathan.
Nah.
That'll be the potatoes.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. We'll see you probably not next week, but the following week. So come
Yeah.
back for the Loop and the TUBCAST every Wednesday and Thursday at
Except-
9 p.m. Central Time. This has been the TUBCAST. Love y'all. Sleep well or wake up well. Or whatever you're doing.
Stay
right
awake
now.
well.
Tip your fireman.
Fight fire with fire.
No, Kyle. Although that actually does work in certain circumstances.
Yeah, fight fire with fire. Do it.
Bum,